Hello, everybody, and welcome to my page. This is a review. This is going to be the review for the month. And yes, I'm in my bathroom because it has the best lighting from my laptop, and I'm so excited for this review. This review is from YouTube's very own Storytelling Tea and Tarot. She self-published her deck, and it's called the Poet's Oracle. If you guys follow her on Instagram, I think her name is the Barlament. Uh, I hope I think that's her name on Instagram. But I'm subscribed to her channel, Storytelling Tea and Tarot. You guys can go and get yourselves a copy of the Oracle, and it's absolutely fantastic. It came in the mail yesterday, but I had to wait until today because I can't. I despise the whole process of the mail and customs and this and that and I don't even know if this came like via customs of some sort, but it just feels like every time you order something it takes a week and a day for you to actually receive it instead of the normal 3 to 4 business days. So that was my rant. But this oracle, I was planning to keep to use it for myself, and I was planning to be greedy with it, but I'm not going to be greedy with it anymore after playing with it. Oh, and I did edge it. Oh, Larissa, look at it. Oh, look at it. It doesn't come like this, but I did it. I consecrated it. I did what I had to do, did the edges, and now it's mine. Get your own. Yep, and by getting your own, and the only way you can get your own is by ordering one. um, but like I was saying, I was planning to keep this to myself. And I was talking to her actually last night. Ooh, smells so good. I was talking to her last night actually, and I was telling her that I was planning to be greedy with the deck. But it has so many messages, and it's so fantastic that I feel like um, it has messages for the world. And it's not just her messages or the pictures on the cards. It's actual words on the cards that speak to the soul. And I told her, I said, you know what, I think that your oracle card is going to have a message for me, and it's going to be one of those things that touch me. It has like all oracle cards, tarot cards, they have messages, of course, clearly, because I mean you're reading it for yourself or to other people, but it's I knew it was going to be one of those messages that touched my soul. So um I should have picked out the cards that came out in the reading. And of course, my mom was already fidgeting with these, by the way, just so you know. She loves them. They're fantastic. She thinks you did a wonderful and fantastic job, and I feel like you did a fantastic job myself. So I'm going to just walk through the deck, and all of these pictures. Oh, this is the backing. Look at the lighting. I fucking love. The bathroom should have been my room. So this is the backing, and this is these are cactus, and these pictures, just like all the other pictures um on the deck, were taken by her. And then on top is the card name with a symbol. It could be she has different symbolisms, not just the planetary symbols. And then at the bottom she has the name of the poet and a quote from a poet. So, all right, this is one of the cards that came out for me. And I know it seems like it's a dark deck because of the color. You would think um, that's what it is, but it's not. It's actually very forward, and it'll give you the messages not as you asked for them, but as you need them. Let me see. I'm going to take out the ones that came out for me, and then I'll show you guys. Cycles. And I should have done this before, but I didn't, so therefore you won't have to deal with it. But it's a fantastic deck, and the quality of the cards is fantastic. It does not bring a guidebook because it's self-explanatory. But you guys can always stalk her and interview her. She has a YouTube channel because I stalked her and interviewed her. I don't think there's yourself. Things a name. I'm sorry, I should have done this before, but I just want to make sure that no, that the ones that came out from me are all separated so that I can tell you guys what the message was. It was, let me see, is it? And okay, there you go. Okay. Oh, and then this one. This is it. Okay. Okay, so and the cardstock is absolutely amazing. I don't know the name of the cardstock, but they shuffle absolutely just fucking perfect. And she has landscaped cards also. I mean, look at this. Hello. Fantastic. Fantastic. And the messages are just clear. You don't even have to speak to the cards. Okay, you don't have to speak to them. Or like, you know how sometimes you just pick a card, I mean, excuse me, pick a deck and you're like, okay, I want to know this. When you get your deck, you guys, don't ask it any questions. Once you've consecrated, because I'm assuming people are like me and they consecrate decks and then they give themselves readings. Like even if I get packages, I like smudge the package, and it has nothing to do or against anyone in particular. It's just a routine of mine, because not that the person is trying to do anything or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure there's crazy people out there that probably have sent packages to people they consider to be friends, and then they do things, but it's the package itself has been through all sorts of different energies. And so it's kind of like your shoes. You don't want to let everything in your house from everything your shoes have touched in the ground. So it's kind of like that. So I sage everything, do all of that good stuff. So then once you do that, don't ask the deck anything and give yourself that reading. Once you cleanse it, give it a good shuffle, and you can choose how many cards call to you. Look at that. And I also love that let me see if I can show you, the images are kind of like coming out of the words, and it's like that for all the cards. Let me see, the images come out. Oh, this is the one that I was looking for. Sacrifice. Okay, the sacrifice. Oh, see, I should have done this before. Um, so it's like the words. You see the symbolism, the words, the name of the card, and then the picture kind of comes out. I feel like it's one of those. It's like a movie. And you know how those old movies, or if you ever were to see like a black and white movie, and it starts coming out, and then it becomes like gray and white, and then you see people gray and white. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like another world, and that's what it's opening up to. And then it gives you the message, and the imagery is absolutely perfect. And it is borderless. Well, let me see. I consider it a borderless deck. I would not trim this deck, only because not all of the cards, like if you trim the deck, I'll show you. Pick out two cards here that might be different. If you trim some decks, they'll be the same size if you're one of those people that trims them in certain occasions. But then you have cards that are like these two. You have your landscape cards, gorgeous, yummy. And then you have your regular cards, but then the black borders, because it does have black borders, but then you can't really see it because everything is synchronized in this deck. It's amazing. It's perfect. Some of the black borders on some sides, like for example here, are smaller than these borders. I don't know if you can tell the slight difference, but they're fantastic. Oh my god. They're so yummy. And these pictures were taken in cemeteries, during the daytime, during the nighttime. I feel like everyone should have this deck, and it's so different. It has such a different flavor to it, and a different just perception of what an oracle card is. And she's also a writer. I mean, I feel like this deck is like one of a kind. It's like one of those decks that should be picked up by a publisher. I kid you not. I feel like with all these reviews, like if we all do reviews, all of the YouTubers that know about her deck, it'll be picked up by a publishing company. I mean, this is fantastic. One of a kind deck. This is why I wanted to have it like to myself and not read to you guys with it. I didn't want to do that because it's so unique. And so I wanted to keep it for myself. But this just not gonna happen because the messages here need to be for other people. Also, look at that. It's an apple. Hey, yep, I live in the urban neighborhood. That's called reggaeton. Hey. All right. And then what else do I have to say? And not all of the cards are in the same ink color. Like she has this beige, she has this yellow, she has the pink ones. And then she has the reds also. And then she has the whites. So, and I don't think it's a system. I think it was just by feeling, like how she chose the colors. And I think there's blues in here, or maybe one blue in here. I'm not quite sure. No, this is not blue. This is white. Yes. Look at this. This is beautiful. This deck is absolutely amazing. I would recommend that anybody who's anybody or considers themselves anybody of anybody, aka tarot and oracle card collectors, should have this deck in their collection. Okay? And now this brings me to the 5 cards that I chose for myself for the reading that I did for myself. Oh, did I tell you guys that it shuffles fucking fantastic? Like, it just shuffles fantastic. Let me do another good shuffle so that you guys can hear it. It's just great. It's just love it. Oh, and I'm going to stick it in a purple sachet because that's what it wanted. Once I activate my decks, they just talk to me. Now, the 5 cards that came out were prioritized. I have so many things in my mind that I want to do, and I sometimes get so overwhelmed that I want to do them all at the same time. And this card was a reminder to me that I have to slow down. I have to slow down and just take one step at a time, and I still have time to do things. There's no ticking time bomb other than the one that I put on myself. And actually, there's 6 cards. Look at that. And that everything is a sacrifice. Sometimes if I can't do something right now, that it's for a reason. There's timing for everything. Ancestor calls. I have to start with this card. It was connecting to other ancestors besides the ones that I already know of, and try to do more research on my roots and learn more about where I came from in this lifetime. And the cycles is I have been wanting to get closer to different moon cycles other than the full moon and the new moon and the crescent moon, and just like perfect the cycles and what I want to do with each cycle, and do spells that not only provide for me, but provide for the world. Yes. Sacred flame. And I'll read this one. The fire which urged us on was scorching us. It would have burned us had we tried to resist it. Because I keep resisting. I keep resisting guidance from my ancestors during different times and cycles of the moon. And it causes a lot of anxiety because I don't listen to their messages, especially when they wake me up in the middle of the night talking about, hello, bring, was it me you're looking for? Type of messages. And or when I find my candles lit when I didn't leave them on, and neither did my mom, because we don't like leaving the candles on by themselves if we're not home watching them. Yeah, kind of like that. And then steel yourself, and I'll read this one also. Be patient and tough. One day this pain will be useful to you. And this card is very, very dear to my heart because sometimes I am the type of person that it's been tough to respect other people's boundaries and respect other people's points of views when it comes to their own spirituality, and I've had to work on that a lot, and I'm still working on it, and I'll forever be working on it because as a representative of the all, not just the sacred feminine or the sacred masculine, I it hurts me to see other people hurting. And it hurts me when I can't do anything about the fact that they're hurting. And I know a lot of empaths, and I know a lot of intuitive or sensitivos, how we call it in Spanish, feel this way about the earth because we are always giving more than what we can take on, and it causes imbalance sometimes. And so this card to me is a reminder that I have to take myself back, and allow people to find their way in this also chaotic world that we're living in this time, and the different cycles that we are going through during this time, and that everyone is going to be okay and have some type of respect, I feel, for other people's paths. And that's the reason why I opened the circle to not just pagans, but non-pagans alike, and for us to coexist to one another, because then I will, as I'm teaching you how to coexist and how I've learned to coexist, I will also be teaching myself how to respect other people's points of views, especially when they come to me with a question, or when I have to repeatedly tell them my same idea day in and day out and day in and day out, and at the same time deal with those who have no compassion or faith in humanity as it is today. To deal with those people that say, you shouldn't deal with that person because it's like talking to the wall. I have to deal with that also, because it's not that they're wrong, and it's not that they're entirely right either. Because I've spoken to so many people that have never understood the pagan way or witchcraft, or have had a different ideology or thought of what it was, and it's they've learned about me and I've learned about them, and it's our views are totally different but the same at the same time. And that's been a long road for me, and that's why I wanted to keep this deck for myself, because I feel like this deck is going to help me with that. It's going to help me learn to just stop sometimes, take a seat, stop being people's mothers and father at the same time, and continue to create in this lifetime, and not lose my temper towards other humanoids. At the same time, trying to be in my body and love my human body knowing that I am not human. This deck is one of those decks that will help me with that. But the messages in this deck, like I said, are so fantastic that I feel like with my life purpose, it needs to be heard. And so, yes, I will be using it for readings, not so much for myself only, but for all the people also. And with that being said, nothing that has to do with this deck, please keep your eye on my collection. I am uploading the videos as I speak. It's going to take a year and a day for me to be able to do this, but before the end of the day today, before 12 o'clock, these videos should be uploaded. So, love and blessings to all of you guys, and thank you so much for watching. And go get the deck. Go get this deck. It is imperative that is in your collection. It is one of a kind. Go get the deck. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.